My name is Jack, and I'm a passionate angler and all-round fish fanatic. In this series of films, I'm trying to track down and catch 100 different species of fish in the British Isles as I fly, see and course fish for a range of weird species. This week I'm in Derbyshire as I'm fishing for rainbow trout, and not just any rainbow trout. These are one of a handful of naturalised populations of these fish in England. Before setting off to the Derbyshire Wye, I popped into Bakewell to stock up on essentials like a Bakewell pudding and visited the wonderful little tackle shop in town to grab a few flies for the day. It's well worth a look if you're in the area. If nothing else, it's also worth checking out the monster trout that hang around in the town that survive on a diet of kebabs, children and Yorkshire Terriers, helping them attain massive sizes.
How are we all doing? Well, today I am on the Derbyshire Wye in the Peak District and I'm back at it again fluff chucking. Now what I'm after today is not a particularly rare fish, but it's uniquely rare here because the Derbyshire Wye is the only river in the UK where rainbow trout are sustainable and they spawn. So they're spring spawners here, and that's what I'm after. I could have gone to a reservoir, caught a rainbow in 5 minutes, and that would be job done. So I thought we'd do something slightly different today and see if we can't catch a wild British spawning rainbow trout. So fingers crossed, I've got the fly rod, I've got the camera gear, let's go see if we can get one.
I'm on the Haddon Estate, which has some of the premier fly fishing in the Peak District, with a selection of wild brown trout, grayling and rainbows. It's spring, so the banks are starting to look a bit greener and plenty of insects around its margins. I cast out to the far side and sure enough a fish took it, putting up a lovely fight. It was a trout, but the wrong species, a brown trout, which has some lovely golden colours to it. The paths are well maintained and there's plenty of cover to hide behind and get a cast out. It's dry fly only here, so the fish can be spooky, which adds to the challenge. I saw a fish rising and I got the fly out to it, which turned out to be a small grayling.
I'm catching everything but rainbow trout today. I'm going to try and hold this grayling up. Oh, they are so wiggly. Beautiful. Well, you can't beat getting a grayling on the fly. Looks like he's had a little nibble on his tail fin, or her tail fin I should say. So we've had brown trout, we've had grayling, got to get a rainbow next, come on. It gets to that point where you start questioning yourself and you're thinking, well, is it me? Is it the technique? Is it the fly that I'm using? Is it the tackle that I'm using? Why aren't I catching fish? And I think it's really a case of perseverance. You've just got to keep going. You've just got to keep casting. I'll freely admit, fly fishing is really not my specialty. I love it. I really enjoy fly fishing. I don't do it very often, but my technique's not quite there. I'm a coarse angler at heart. And fly fishing is one of those things where once you've caught a fish on the fly, it's great fun. But if you're struggling, it's bloody difficult, and there's definitely an element of skill.
I walked upstream and I found a nice fast run, which looked pretty trouty to me. I got the fly out and it wasn't long before something took it.
There we go. Well, it feels a nice fish, and oh, it's a grayling. Oh, what a nice grayling. Right, come on, let's get the net. Yes. Well, the rainbows might be proving difficult, but oh my goodness, wow. The rainbows might be proving difficult, but the grayling aren't. They are so slippery. Look at that. Absolute clonking grayling. Beautiful. Let's get it back.
It's the hardest choice for an angler. Do you stick it out in the same spot or do you keep moving? I really like the look of this bend, and I did see some rainbows in it, so I decided to keep at it.
One of the frustrating and enjoyable things about these videos is obviously I target a different species each week. but it means that if I don't catch that species, I can't make the video. So although it's lovely to have those brown trout earlier and a couple of grayling, I've got to get a rainbow and the pressure's mounting. So we'll see. It's hard to be upset on a day like today. I'm just looking across the river, I can see water vole burrows. The River Wye is really, really good for water voles around here. It's not cold. You know, there's worse things I could be doing. So I'm optimistic, but we're going to give it a go. I've got a change of fly on now, and fingers crossed we can find a rainbow. Come on. And now I've hooked my net. I've got quite a big fly on. It's some kind of sedge, I believe. I'm not really a amazing fly angler, and I'm just working the crease on the other edge of the river, because if you were a fish, you're not going to be using much energy, and that's where the food's going to be going. And even though we're in the middle of May now, kind of peak mayfly season, we've had such a cold winter that the river's been thrown off kilter a little bit. And there are mayfly hatching. I've not seen any hatch yet, so I might put a mayfly imitation on later. But for the time being, rainbow trout generally are quite aggressive feeders, and you'll get more than one in a shoal, whereas brown trout are more solitary. So, oh, that looks good. Get in. Oh, shit, that's a fish. That's a fish. That's a fish. And it's a rainbow. It's a rainbow. It's a rainbow. It's a rainbow. Not a very big one, but come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah! Oh, you beauty. Oh, I'm chuffed with that. Look at the colours on that. Let's have a closer look. Well, that is one of the hardest fish I've had to work to catch. But let me show it. Let's get it out of the water. Oh, that is stunning. Almost silvery. And you can see, still has paw markings. This is a little rainbow trout. This was born in the River Wye in Derbyshire. I'm not normally a fan of rainbow trout, but that is absolutely gorgeous. What a stunning fish. Let's get it back. Well, I'm absolutely chuffed with that. I had to work very, very hard for that rainbow. And it's not the biggest fish by any means, but it was absolutely stunning. These kind of wild rainbows are really, really beautiful fish. So let's find out a little bit more about rainbow trout.
Rainbow trout are an American species brought over for game fishing and aquaculture in Britain. Most rainbows are stocked and sterile, but the fish in the Derbyshire Wye are from an old strain which first got into the river in the 1800s. They accidentally escaped from a nearby stock pond during some floods and have thrived since. They have slotted in nicely, not really having an impact on the local brownies and grayling, and not spreading heavily into nearby watercourses, preferring the clean and cool water of the Wye.
Well, I just packed up all my other camera gear, thought I'd have a little fish on, and look at this. Cracking Wye rainbow. That is gorgeous. Look at that. That's a proper fish. I'll try and hold it up a little bit. That is absolutely gorgeous. Look at all the spots on it. Well, I think that's as good. I'll just put him back. I think that's as good a spot as any to end the video on. Absolutely chuffed. I really struggled today. I did not think we were going to get a rainbow. And, oh, let's just get you in the water, mate. Let you go. Bite in the net, you're angry. I suppose you would be. Go on, off you go. Gorgeous. Wye rainbow completed. Fantastic. Well, I hope you enjoyed this vid. If you've been enjoying the species hunt videos, leave me a like, comment down below what species do you think I should go after next. Do check out all the other videos. There's 20 odd different species vids out already. Hope you've been enjoying the series. I'll see you next time. Cheers.
I'm pleased to add rainbow trout to the species tally, and it's growing nicely and well on the way to 100 different species. New episodes of The Species Hunt are out each Sunday at 5 PM, and next week's episode I'm taking a break from the fishing and visiting Macduff Aquarium to see what amazing collection of native marine species they have. I have a range of merch out also, with A3 fish posters, playing cards and an ID book for sale via my website, with a link in the description.
Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this vid, why not check out this other video right here? If you can, please subscribe to the channel, only takes a couple of seconds and it really helps me out. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.